Alright, so I'm gonna freestyle this video today. We'll make it a very quick one. I just want to walk you guys through some behind the scenes footage from a couple of client gigs I had. These are really small jobs, and you know how these go. Usually you have like a couple of hours when you get there to get the job done and just go out. And that means making sacrifices. Usually one of the first things that gets sacrificed is lighting. So today I want to show you guys a quick little lighting setup that you can easily take anywhere with you if you're walking to location, if you're taking a train, even if you're going by motorcycle or scooter or on foot. It's really lightweight, and let me grab it and show it to you guys. Alright, so the first thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need one of these. This is a really portable light stand. This one is really cheap. This is like 20 bucks. So this is the first thing you're gonna need. The second thing you're gonna need is you're gonna want a small light. In the behind the scenes footage, I'm using the Nanolite Forza 60, but right now I have this Zhiyun X60 RGB right here. So the key thing here is you want something that's really light, really portable, and that can be battery powered, so it's really easy to move this setup around. Next, you want something where you can attach an umbrella, so something that has this little hole right here. This is the Boltzmann adapter for the X60. We're gonna grab our little light stand, put it in, tighten it up. And next up, the start of our show, we have a little umbrella. I think these have been forgotten. At least they're not talked about enough on YouTube. I don't think. Because they're really cheap. They're really easy to use. This one is a dual duty umbrella, so it both bounces as well as diffuses light. But we're gonna take the bounce part off. And if you guys don't know what this is, because everyone just talks about softboxes all the time, right? This is literally like an umbrella. What's so great about these is, first of all, how small they are, because they fold up just like an umbrella would. So you can just strap it onto your backpack or into your lighting bag. They're really easy to take with you. They weigh close to nothing, and they're so cheap. I think you can get one of these for like 20 bucks. Open it up. Now what this is gonna do for you, this is gonna diffuse your light. You simply just attach this onto your umbrella holder, turn your light on, boom. Now you have a big ass light source which you can use to light up your videos. And what's so good about this is you can simply just pick this up, take it wherever you want to go with it. You'll see in this behind the scenes that the gigs I'm talking about are really run and gun jobs. One of them is me shooting this bartender doing some cocktails. The other one is shooting this lady cooking. The last one is a video for a fitness gym. And see, I'm just easily able to just pick this up. Because it's on batteries, you don't need to be worried about plugging into mains. I see everyone talking about working with 300 watts, 500 watts, 1200 watt lights. But these little lights, something like 60 watts, is so good and versatile, especially now that we have these small battery power ones. For small run and gun jobs, this is literally all you need to level up your videos. An added bonus is I've also used this to shoot photos as well. So if I'm doing a job where I'm doing both, say the other day I was shooting some videos for a client and he wanted to shoot the menu right then and there. So I just grab this and use this. 60 watt is not an extraordinary amount of power, but it's usually a good way to stand out from just using natural light. The quality of your videos and your photos will just level up instantly because now you get control of the light. And mind you, I am shooting this at ISO 12800, but this is at 1%. So if I just put this up to 100%, put my ISO down to, right, so this is 800, I'm actually a little bit overexposed. So yeah, that shows you how versatile it is. So now I've shown you guys the setup. Let me show you guys some behind the scenes where I'm using this. First, let's go over the fitness one. So this is some behind the scenes footage from that job. Right here you can see I'm just pulling it out of my backpack. It's not this exact stand that I'm using right now, but it's the same thing. Putting the battery adapter on it with the Boltzmann adapter already attached. Just click the light into place, pull out the umbrella, and boom, that's it. You can also see right here how easy it is to just pick it up. In this specific job, I'm plugging it into mains because we're going to be shooting an interview, and I don't want to be worried about batteries, but I'll be using the batteries next to shoot some B-roll. Here's some footage from the interview. So you can see I've got it angled to about 45 degrees, pointing down at my subject. I've matched the cover to be somewhat close to the ceiling lights. We've turned some of them off with some of them on. Now, if we look at our final shot, you can see we're just giving him a kiss of light. And the reason why this is important is we can add some shape and dimension into his face. If it was just overhead lights, you'd see these ugly shadows under his eyes. By having this soft directional light, you can kind of add some shape back into his face we're kind of shooting shadow side, and the ceiling lights are acting as our rim. They're also lighting our background. So yeah, I think for a quick 2-minute setup, this works wonders. On to the next job. This next job is we're shooting some social media content for this brand for their Christmas campaign. This is my camera rig for this job. And then right here to the side, again at about a 45-degree angle from where our subject is going to be. And the other thing we can see right there is above the stove, there's a little yellow light, right? That is just a little pocket light that I put up there with a magic arm and clamp combo. So in this case, it is a 2-light setup. But anyways, then finally on another scene we were shooting for the same job, we can see up there in the corner, I ditched the umbrella and I'm just shooting the light into the corner of the room, into these white walls, and just feeding the bounce back into my subject, which is giving them an even softer light and just overall bringing up the exposure, because all the light is coming from behind and to the left of them, and I'm lighting them to the right and to the front. So you also get this sort of separation from the light coming from outside, which is giving them a rim, and the light that I'm shedding on them from front right. So if you look at some of the end shots right here, you can see she has a nice soft white to her right. You can see it's nice and white, which gives some fidelity to the colors. It's also lighting everything that's on the table. The next shot right here, we can see the same thing. She's also getting a little bit of a rim / fill from some overhead lights that we couldn't turn off. And this stove scene, you can see the nice little warm light in there. And finally, you can see this nice little key to the right of him. So we're still shooting shadow side. I'm getting some ambient fill from left. We're getting some key from the right. All right, on to the last job, which is our cocktail job. So this is the only angle that I have. To the right of me, I have the exact same setup. My Forza 60C on batteries on this little white stand, shooting into this diffusion umbrella. Just keying my subject to the right. We couldn't turn off the house lights because there were people working behind us. So this is the best that we could do. But again, we're not trying to fight whatever light's already there. If we can't control it, we can't control it. There's nothing we can do about it. We just want to supplement it and work off of it. Some of the final shots. Look at this shot right here from shaking the shaker. You can see we would never have this sort of directional soft white coming from overhead lamps. You can see it kind of, even though it's a bit distant from him, it still wraps around somewhat nicely. I know this is not the best lighting setup in the world, but you gotta do what you gotta do, especially when you're working with these small projects where you don't have control over a lot of the factors that go into production. Definitely better than not bringing any lights. You see some of the rest of the B-roll right here. It just gives you overall consistency when it comes to your lighting. You know you're not gonna be out of luck when you get to a place that you don't know, and you're now able to somewhat control your lighting. Yeah, I don't want to make this too long. I hope you guys found some value in this. This is a little setup I use on a lot of my jobs just because of how tiny it is and how flexible it is. Just so easy to use and easy to pack for these jobs where you're mostly shooting B-roll and you're shooting like social media stuff, really small run and gun sort of projects. I think this is a great little setup. Yeah, I hope you guys took some ideas today. That's it. Stay safe.